everyone, it's Morgan from For the Love of Paper, and I'm here with my part 4 for March Project Life layout. I think I've got one more spread for March and then it will be done. You're probably sick of seeing my March layout, but I seem to take a lot of photos, or we did a lot of stuff that month, so this is the last one. And I apologise for the noise of the birds and the helicopter outside. I just sat down, edited my video. As soon as I got the microphone out, the birds started, the helicopter flew over. So if you can hear that, I apologise. I've got to try and fit this voiceover in before we head out today. Sam's got a 4th birthday party to go to, and I am trying to squeeze this in and get it uploaded before we have to leave. Anyway, so these are the photos for this week. Most of them are taken at home, except for the 2 at the bottom. They were taken at the Japanese gardens here in Ipswich. I didn't even know they existed. I had been to the park and the playground, and they've got like a free little zoo there. I've been there a couple of times and walked straight past this place, never even noticed that this little part of it was there. And we went up one day and we went to the cafe, and then we're like, oh, Japanese garden. So we wandered on in for a bit of a look around, and it was really, really, really pretty. It was quite well maintained and a lot bigger than I thought it was. I thought it was just going to be this one little area. There was a lake and stuff where Sam's sitting now in that photo at the bottom, and it just kept going and going and going. It was really, really cool. So if anyone's ever in the Ipswich region of Brisbane, definitely check it out. It was well worth it. Well, it was free, so worth the trip, I guess. This photo here was, this would have been, what's March? April, beginning of, autumn. It's the beginning of autumn, and we had all these leaves that we'd raked up off our lawn, and we'd cut a tree down, and these were kind of all leftover bits that had gone dry and horrible. So Frank raked them all up into a massive big pile for Sam to jump through. So I got a few cool shots and a little video, and did a slow-mo video as well. He had so much fun running through it, and the pictures came out good enough for me to be able to print. It's normally action shots, you know, they quite often go blurry. And this one didn't, so I was really happy that I could put that in there. So I went through first and picked out the filler cards that I wanted to use, which I think I did swap one of them out with something different. Then just working on the placement of the cards. I really wanted to use that background, but I just had to put the card in just right so it would cover up the white box that was in the middle. I don't do any journaling on here. I do that after I've finished filming, so when I put the still photos up at the end of the video, you'll see the journaling that I've typed in with my typewriter. I just type onto vellum and then stick it onto the page. It's a lot easier because I print all my photos and my journaling cards are all on photo paper. My typewriter the ink won't stick to it. So I just do it onto the vellum, and then you can still see the card underneath. That's my little way of doing it. And I really wanted to use that geotag card to say that we were at the gardens on that day. Oh, there's my face popping into the shot. I do end up chopping that card down to fit it onto the 4x6. Oh, that's right. I had cut the photo of Sam and Frank too small. I cut it too short when I trimmed it down. So then I had to mount it onto another piece of cardstock to make the full 4x6 size. And trim down this card and pop that in there. And being the perfectionist that I am, it has to be just right and fit in exactly. Can't have, too much border on one side and, a little bit on the other. So trimmed all that down. And then I just think I stick it. I think that's pretty much that cut done once I stuck it on the page. I didn't add anything else to it. Yeah, this layout I think took me 30 minutes. Yeah, maybe just over half an hour to complete, which is probably a while considering I don't really add a lot to the cards. But yeah, I'm not sure why it took me so long. I know the video's got a couple of gaps in it, like where I've had to delete parts out. I think I walked away from it a couple of times, so that's why it added to the total time it took. But yeah, I suppose not too long for a layout. And again, minimal with my embellishments and journaling and everything really. Well, the collector, as you can see, the 4 small photos, they've all got the journaling already on them, so I don't have to worry about it. And this card today was, and I think it's like awesome, wonderful, great. I can't read it. You'll probably be able to see it better than I can on the big screen. So I just added a little heart puffy sticker on the one that was appropriate, and then a tiny word sticker on that card. Again, I can't remember what it says, guys. I am sorry. I don't have the layout in front of me, unfortunately. I'm in the bedroom filming this because the boys are making too much noise out in the lounge, and that's where my album was. So I just add autumn to this card. Those stickers were from a Scraptastic Kit Club sometime last year or the year before, so I've had them for a while. They kind of feel like vellum stickers, but they're not see-through. I don't know, maybe like vinyl, but not quite. They're kind of a weird texture, maybe like a washi sticker. I'm not sure how to describe them. They're kind of fun. I've got a few different colours of them. And cutting down a little label, I think I printed that from somewhere, I'm not sure where that was from. Just added on there. And then I used this yellow washi, and you saw me lay it up by that autumn card. I just wanted to see if it would match well with that yellow, to try and bring yellow into the layout. I do put a bit more washi on another card just to have it in 3 spaces to kind of give that triangle of colour, even though you can't see it that well on the grey at the bottom, but it's enough to have that visual triangle. And I'll do my journaling on that little label later on as well. And I think I make my own journaling card next. Yeah, getting out all my stamps. And I don't know if it's up before this video. Oh no, it'll be probably the next video that I put up. I show you how I've actually changed my stamp container around, of how I organise and sort my stamps. So this is completely different to what you see in the video, how I store them now. And I just went through and pulled out a few that I thought I was going to use, and then I decide on that. It's a coffee shop that's on that one. It's from Sweet Stamp Shop, and the little coffee shop at the top is the one that I use, but you'll see what I do to it, so to make it a bit more appropriate for this layout, because none of these photos were taken at a coffee shop. So I decided that I would stamp the whole stamp except for the part that said coffee shop. So I did it quite delicately, and I used my tiny little what are they called, dew drop ink pad, so that I could get the tip in around the word. So I stamped all of the rest of the stamp, but just didn't ink up the word coffee shop, and then just popped it down. So to me it kind of, oh, and there's my big fat head, you can't even see what I'm doing. It didn't ink right the first time, so I just laid it back down and re-inked it. So then it kind of looks like a home. I thought that looked like a little house with a door and windows and everything. And then I stamped some words underneath it. Again, I can't remember what that says. No place like home, home sweet home, something like that. I'm not sure. I'll put a close-up at the end of that card. But I thought that was quite clever way to use the stamps. So you don't have to use them exactly for what they were how they were intended to be used. You can manipulate them a little bit to use how you want. I know I've cut up stamps before. There was something that says like keep on swimming, and it was a big long stamp, and I just chopped it into the 3 words, and then I could do it like layered down rather than across. I hope that makes sense what I'm trying to explain. But just trying to use them the way it suits you rather than the way that they've made them. And did a bit of a border on that one. I think that's the only card I did a border on. That used to be my thing. Last year I think every card that I put in my album had a border around the edge of it. I kind of haven't done that so much this year. Still a few, but I think it just sort of finishes them off, especially a card like that where it doesn't have a lot to it. It just needs something to define it. And I think I can call this layout pretty much done. I think, I mount this on a blank 4x6 card as well. There were 2 different, one was a bit bigger than the other because I'd cut the autumn card down. It had a white border on it. So just trimmed those down, and then I mount them on a, do I mount them? Do I? Don't I? Yes, I do. So mount those on a 4x6 piece, so then they match the bottom left-hand corner. Me and my matchy-matchy. Everything has to be the same. And I'm going to call this layout done from here, guys. I don't do anything else to it. So thanks for watching, and I think I'll be back on, this should be up on Saturday, so I will have another video up on Monday for you. I'm not sure what it is, but look out for that, and thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!